Good morning, all of you. Yesterday, we started our new chapter, indefinite integral. Okay, it is a part of integration. So yesterday I asked you to learn the standard elementary integrals, a table that is given on the page number 3 and 4. It is most important table that will be used in whole chapter of integration. Okay, so after this table some theorems are given. Okay, that are not necessary to learn. Okay, just you have to, means their proof is not necessary, just it is necessary to memorize them, because integration is based on these. So first theorem, theorems. So first what they are given is that differentiation of integration of f of x dx is equal to f of x. Okay, here what we are going to do, first we are going to integrate it, then we are going to differentiate it, and what we will get, this in end. Okay, but if we integrate the differentiated function, means integration of f dash x, that means we have already done differentiation. Here we have to do integration first, then differentiation. Here we have done differentiation and now we will integrate it, and then what we will get, f of x plus c. Okay, why we have not got plus c here? We got here also. Okay, but due to differentiation constants, differentiation becomes 0. Okay, so this is the difference between the which is any constant. It is sure. Now second, suppose it is given integration of c into fx of dx, where c is constant. So we do not do integration of constant. It is same as in differentiation. Like if we have to differentiate d by dx of c into fx, then what do? We do it as c into differentiation of f of x. Okay, same is here, so it will be c into integration of f of x dx. Okay, so third they are given, suppose that two functions are given to us and we have to integrate them, means integration of f of 1x plus or minus f of 2x dx. If it is given, then we can solve them separately means integration of f1x dx plus or minus as per this sign. Okay, if plus is there then plus, if minus is there then minus, integration of f2 of x dx. Okay, also it is not for only two. How many they are functions, different functions, we can do the integration in this way. Okay, similarly if any constant is given to us, say k, here also k, so we will do differentiation as this. Say k1 and k2 are the constants. Okay, so first of all constants will not be integrated. Now fourth is, if integration of f of x dx. For the given is integration of f of x dx. If it is given somewhat in this way, f of x plus c, then what will be there? Integration of f of ax plus b, ax plus b dx will be what? It will be phi into, now look, we had x here, so we got x. Now we have ax plus b, so we'll get ax plus b plus c, and we know we have to divide the whole with the constant, that is with our variable here, that is a, so we'll divide the whole. Okay, I hope you have learned these formulas in the table that is given there. Now there are examples. Okay, so we can solve some of the examples today. Okay, so first example, I am solving part 2. Part 2 they have given integrate, we have to integrate 1 by root x dx. Okay, so this we write as integration of 1 by x raised to power 1 by 2 dx, and this we can write as x raised to power minus 1 by 2 dx. Now we can integrate it easily. How we can integrate it? What we will do, first of all, minus 1 by 2 plus 1, we have to add 1, then divide with the power of x, that means minus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. Okay, so what do we get? X raised to power 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 plus c. So that means that is equal to 2 into root x plus c. Okay, this first example is completely based on the formulas. Okay, in fact the complete exercise is based on them. Okay, so the other parts you can solve. Okay, it is a very easy exercise, only just you have to learn all the formulas and then you can solve. Okay, so question number 2 is easy. Now I am solving question number 3, third part. Okay, what they are given is integrate e raised to power a log x plus e raised to power x log a plus e of x into a of x plus sin alpha dx. Okay, so now we can rewrite this as this will be e raised to power log of x raised to power a. Why? Because if we had this in this way, like suppose log of x raised to power a was given to us, then how would we write it? We could write it as a log x. Okay, so now we are given this, so we can write this in this way. Okay, I hope you have understood. Similarly, second, plus e raised to power log of a raised to power x plus, now look here, e and x are two different bases with same power x, so I can write it as e into a raised to power x plus sin alpha as it is whole into dx. Now we know e and log cancel each other. Okay, so what do we get here? We get here just x raised to power a. So x raised to power a plus a raised to power x plus e a raised to power x plus sine alpha. Okay, so now we can do it easily. How we'll solve it? We'll solve it as x raised to power a plus 1 in power, and divide with the power. Okay, now plus, now here a is constant. A is constant here. So whenever constant is given with variable power, then what will be the answer? It will be a raised to power x as it is, and then divided by log of constant. So it will be, we can say, no integration because we are integrating here, plus similarly here e and a are constants, so it will be ea raised to power x divided by log of ea. Now in fourth, sin alpha is constant, so constant will be as it is, and we will have one variable with it and one c. We use just once the constant of integration because we get some constant here, some constant here, and some constant here, and when we will add all those constants, then we get a constant, and that we write once. Okay, now how this x came here? So we can just integrate sin alpha. Okay, so I can write it as sin alpha x raised to power 0. Okay, it is power 0 dx. Sin alpha is constant, so it will be sin alpha integration of x raised to power 0 dx. So it will be sin alpha as it is, integration of x raised to power 0 will be x raised to power 0 plus 1 by 0 plus 1. So it will be sin alpha into x by 1. So it is x into sin alpha. Okay. Now second part of this question. Second part is secant x into secant x plus tangent x dx. So this we can write, first of all we can multiply this inside, so we will get secant square x plus secant x tangent x, and now we can integrate it. So integration of secant square x is tangent x plus integration of secant x tangent x will be secant x plus c. Okay, or before writing this you can write this as integration of secant square x dx plus integration of secant x tangent x dx. Then we can write this. Okay, now one more topic is there, that is given on page number 10 after example number 7. The integrals of the form means two forms are given here, and in this way they are telling the way that how are we going to solve them. Okay, so it is given, if we have to integrate ax plus b into cx plus d under the root dx. Okay, or if it is given in this way, ax plus b divided by under the root cx plus d dx. That means they are telling us that if half of our function is given outside the under root and half is given inside the under root, then how are we going to solve them? Okay, so we will solve them by keeping ax plus b, means that is outside the root, is equal to a into cx plus d plus b. Okay, we have to not use under the root here. Here a and b are constants that we will get by evaluating them. Okay, so let us take an example. Example 8. First part they have given us, integrate 7x minus 2, not plus, minus 2 into root 3x plus 2 dx. Okay, so how we are going to solve it? Which is outside the root? This. So we will keep 7x minus 2 equal to a into 3x plus 2 plus b. Okay, so this will be what? 7x minus 2 3x a plus 2a plus b. Now look, x is variable here and here, so we can evaluate them, means equate them, sorry. So I will equate 7x will be equal to 3x into a, x will cancel x, so a will be 7 by 3. This is the value of a. Now similarly, this whole is constant and constant is this, so we can equate them. So minus 2 is equal to 2 into, we have found the value of a. Value of a is 7 by 3. 7 by 3 plus b. So the value of b will be 14 by 3 plus 2. So that will be 20 by 3. Now we can keep these values of a and b in our first. Okay, so what will it will be? 7x minus 2 is equal to 7 by 3 into 3x plus 2 plus 20 by 3. Okay, sorry, here we got the value of b as minus b as 20 by 3, so b will be what? Minus 20 by 3, so a will get a minus sign. Now we can replace this whole by this in our question. So what do we get? We can say I is our integration. I is equal to integration of 7 by 3 3x plus 2 minus 20 by 3 into root 3x plus 2 dx. Okay, so now this will be what? 7 by 3 integration of 3x plus 2 dx. We have multiplied this inside the brackets. Minus 20 by 3 and into integration of root 3x plus 2 dx. Now it is very easy. This will be what? 7 by 3 as it is, integration of 3x plus 2 raised to power 3 by 2 dx. minus 20 by 3 integration of 3x plus 2 raised to power 1 by 2. And now we can solve them. So it will be 7 by 3 as it is. First of all, we will add 1 in its power, that will be 3x plus 2 raised to power 5 by 2 divided by 5 by 2 into 3 also, because if we will integrate this, first of all we are done with power. Now we have a constant with our variable, so this constant will be divided. Like in differentiation we would multiply it, here we are dividing. So minus 20 by 3 3x plus 2 raised to power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 into 3. Now we can just evaluate. We have solved. Okay, so in this way your homework is to solve all the examples in your notebook. Okay, so these are somewhat more in amount quantity, but you have to do more practice regarding integration. Okay, so solve all the examples of exercise 9.1 in your rough notebook. Okay, thank you.